Hello again. I wanted to talk to you today about finding inspiration. The reason I've come outdoors is because I find it a more inspiring place with more possibilities and opportunities than I do for finding inspiration indoors. It might be that you have already seen something that has inspired you to write and you know exactly what you want to write about, and that's not a problem. But if you're poring over a piece of paper inside and you just can't get any ideas, you can't expect your ideas always to come from your own imagination. Sometimes you have to kickstart that process. So what I like to do is go to specific places and see what is happening in that place. It could be that something funny happens while I'm watching people buying coffee, or it could be that a strange happening occurs outside on the road. You might find that you hear a little tiny bit of somebody's conversation which makes you think of something. Or you might see a detail of a picture, or a detail of a bird while you're outdoors, or a detail of a stone or a tree or a person's hat or a type of car, and anything that appeals to you as you see it can then transform into the beginning, the seed really, that will grow into the story that you want to write. Now, in addition just to seeing things, I did just refer there to listening to noises, and even just now there are noises in the background outdoors. There always are, and it could be a natural kind of noise, it could be an unnatural sort of noise. And depending on how closely attuned you are to hearing the noises, there might be some sounds there that you can begin to use in your story. And for some people, the sound, the auditory skill, is the most important area for them, and that is going to spark ideas. For them, for you, it could be that. For you, it could be visual, but it could also be the smell. So if you think of your five senses, obviously the sense of smell isn't something that we spend a lot of time thinking about. But really, if you go into different environments, there is quite an atmosphere often created by a type of smell. And we understand that the sense of smell is the strongest way of remembering something. So if you revisit a place that had a particular smell, you will remember it very strongly. So we can be influenced by smells even to start writing our story as well. In addition to going out and about and looking for environments and looking for people or things to happen around you, it's also possible to focus on objects. So if I was to take an object, say this old chair for instance, the chair I'm sitting on has an oldie worldy look, and this in itself could create part of something that gives me an idea for a story. You could pick an unusual object. You could find a range of objects in your house, line them up and say which one did you find the most inspirational. And these are the types of ideas that I'm going to be using during the programme. So I do hope you'll join me to explore outside and inside what we can use to find some inspiration. And we'll certainly be using our five senses. So come ready to be alert to all those things that are around you. Happy writing!